Dime Bug. Begin on your back, knees bent, feet on the floor. We'll have arms up above you. I'm going to give you a few ways to do this exercise. So for whichever variation you choose, we will take opposite arm and opposite leg and reach them away from each other. So I'm going to reach my right arm and left leg out, come back together. Reach my left arm and right leg out, come back together. So I'm working on diagonals here. The first step is what I've been showing you. So the foot starts on the floor, it reaches out, comes back in, and we switch. The next step would be to bring the legs up. So my knees and hips are bent at 90 degrees. I'll reach out, tap the heel on the floor, bring the leg back up. So still working on diagonals. This just adds a bit more intensity to the torso. And then the third way to do this would be to straighten the leg as you reach out. So lengthen all the way through, hover an inch above the floor, come back up. We want to feel the trunk doing most of the work here, especially those lower and mid abdominals. We don't want to feel a lot of tension through the hip flexors, through the quads, through the neck. If you are feeling that, I would say drop down one variation, get stronger in that position, and then work your way back up. Any of these positions we're doing, we're trying to stay long through the torso. We don't want to arch and lose this solid position through our trunk. Think about ribs and pelvis being in a neutral position. They're stacked together. The space between my ribs and my pelvis isn't lengthening as I reach out. So I'm not losing the integrity of this position. Same thing if we go to here. I'm not arching. I'm trying to stay super strong through my trunk. And then of course the most intense variation with the straight leg, same thing. If I feel like I can't keep that position, that just means it's probably a little bit too intense. Drop it back down. One thing that can help with the feet up positions is really thinking about pulling your knee towards you in the bent leg. So if my left leg reaches out, my right leg stays here, I'm going to think about pulling this knee towards me as versus letting it go with my left leg. That's going to help to keep you in a good solid position here. Just gently pulling that leg toward you. Same thing here. So now this knee is coming toward me. And then the final thing to discuss is breathing. So really use your breath here. Those exhales will help pull those legs back in, keep it in the belly. So inhale on the way out. Exhale on the way up.